Sa gitna ng mapanubok na panahon, magkahatid sa kakakibat ay diskusyon. Sama-sama tayo, kahit magkalayo. Sa programang ito, tiyak ang pagkatuto. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo, Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo, Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo.
Blessed morning, Delpilarians, most especially to our grade 7 students. I hope that all of you out there are safe and already tuned in our Teleradyo Marcelo and telearalan ng bawat malolenyo. Welcome to grade 7 TLE Agriculture Exploratory Course. Once again, I am your Teleradyo broadcaster, Ms. Mona Lisa F. Paredes, from TLE Department of Marcelo H. Del Pilar National High School. Join me as we learn new lesson in TLE Agri-Crops Production Exploratory Course. Keep your eyes and ears open and get ready for note-taking. Our lesson for today will focus on use of farm tools and equipment. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to identify farm tools and equipment according to use. Sa unang kabanata ng ating Biblia sa Henesis, ating mababasa ang paglalang ng Diyos sa langit at lupa. Ginawa niya itong paraiso. Sa Henesis 1:11 to 12, sinabi ng Diyos, sibulan ang lupa ng damo, pananim na nagkakabinhi, mga namumungang punong kahoy na nagluluwal ng bunga ayon sa kani-kanilang uri na may sariling binhi. Sa ibabaw ng lupa, subalit ng sinuway at magkasala sina Adan at Eva, pinalaya sila ng Diyos sa paraiso ng Eden at nagsimula silang maghirap. Kinailangan nilang magbungkal ng lupa para sila magtanim at kumain. Dito na nagsimula ang paggamit ng mga kasangkapang pangbungkal ng lupa tulad ng pang-araro at nagustuhan nyo ba ang maiksing kwento del Pilarian? Marahil ay nagkaroon na kayo ng idea kung ano ang pag-aaralan natin sa araw na ito. Alright, to start with, I want you to take this simple test. I would like to know how much you already know about the topic. Are you now excited, grade 7 del Pilarians? If so, let's start. Alright, number 1. What picture do you see? By the way, shout out to grade 7-4, 7-8, 7-19, 7-22, and to my beloved advisory class, 7-25. Just listen to the lesson, relax, enjoy, and of course, participate in my discussion. Check nga natin kung tama ang inyong kasagutan. The answer is wheelbarrow. Number 2, what about this one? This one is very easy. The correct answer is bolo. Number 3, are you familiar with this? The correct answer is hand trowel. Number 4. I remember this one when I was young. Okay, Del Pilarians, what picture do you see? Shout out to our school principal, Maria Victoria C. Bibo, to our department head, Mrs. Virginia de Guzman, to our assistant department head, Mr. Froilan Pangilinan, and to all the production team of Teleradio Marcelo. Also to our chairman, Mrs. Myla Lomotan, our grade 7 chairman, and of course, to Mr. Jap Antonio, our production director. Tama ba ang inyong kasagutan, Del Pilarian? The correct answer is pruning shears. And lastly, how about this one? I know you are already familiar with this. Shout out to all plantito and plantita. This is your time to shine. Tayo magtanim sa panahon ng pandemya. The correct answer is sprinklers. And now, let's proceed to our lesson proper. Identify farm tools and equipment according to use. Before we proceed, let's define some important words. Definition of terms. Preventive maintenance. An activity or operation done to prevent malfunction of tools and equipment, and it is done to prolong the useful life of tools and equipment. Next, repair. To restore to good condition something broken or damaged. Next, farm equipment. These are machineries used in crop production, and this equipment need a highly skilled operator to use. Next, farm implements, accessories pulled by animals or mounted to machineries to make the work easier. And lastly, farm tools, objects that are usually light and are used without the help of animals and machines. Farm tools, implements, and equipment play a very important role in agricultural crop production. Their availability makes the work much easier. You wanna know why? Because even if one may have the most sophisticated tools and implements, but does not know how to use them, they are useless. In order to do crop production operations successfully, one must have a good working knowledge of the tools, implements, and equipment before using them. And that's exactly our lesson for today. But before that, let's watch this video. performing farm activities, which involve small areas like school garden and home garden. Let's start with a very common one. Bolo. In Tagalog, itak. It is used for cutting tall grasses and weeds and chopping branches of trees. Pangunahing ginagamit ang itak sa pag-inis ng mga halaman para sa agrikultura o para sa paggawa ng bagong daan sa bundok o gubat. Next one is the crowbar, or in Tagalog, bareta de cabra. It is used for digging holes and for digging out stones and stumps. Ginagamit sa paghuhukay ng bato at tuod ng kahoy. Third one, pick matok or piko in Tagalog. A tool used for digging. The flat blade edge is used for digging canals, and the pointed end is used for breaking hard topsoil and for digging up stones and tree stumps. Ito ay ginagamit sa pagbubungkal ng matigas na lupa. Number 4 is grab hoe or asarol. A farm tool used for breaking hard topsoil and pulverizing soil. Ginagamit sa pagbubungkal ng lupa. Number 5, spade and shovel. It is used for removing trash or soil, digging canals, or ditches. Spade, sudsod ang kanyang Tagalog term. It is used for Bermuda and bluegrass production. Shovel, pala in Tagalog, common na ginagamit sa industry at ginagamit sa paghukay at paglilipat ng lupa. Number 6, rake or kalaykay. A farm tool used for cleaning the ground and leveling the topsoil. Ginagamit sa pagpapantay ng lupa at paghihiwalay ng bato. Spading fork or palang tinidor. A farm tool used for loosening the soil, digging out root crops, and turning over the materials into a compost heap. Ginagamit sa pagdurog sa malalaking tipak o kimpal ng lupa. Next is the hand trowel or dulos in Tagalog. A garden tool used for loosening the soil around the growing plants and putting small amount of manure fertilizer in the soil. Ginagamit si hand trowel sa paglipat ng punla at pagtanggal ng damo at sa pagpapaluwag ng lupa sa paligid ng mga halaman. Next is the hand cultivator and hand fork. It is used for cultivating the garden plot by loosening the soil and removing weeds around the plant. Ginagamit sa pag-alis ng mga ligaw na damo sa paligid ng halaman. Maaari ding gamitin para buhaghagin ng lupa sa ibabaw sa palibot ng mga halaman. Next is the pruning shears. A garden tools for cutting branches of planting materials and unnecessary branches of plants, pamputol ng maliliit na sanga o bunga ng halaman. Next, axe. A tool used for cutting bigger size posts, pamputol sa malalaking kahoy. Next, knife. A tool for cutting planting materials and for performing other operations in horticulture. Next one, sprinklers or regadera in Tagalog. A garden tool for watering the seedlings and young plants. Next is the sprayers. A tool used for spraying insecticides, foliar fertilizers, fungicides, and herbicides. Next is the wheelbarrow or carretilla. A tool used for hauling trash, manures, fertilizers, planting materials, and other equipment. Lalagyan at panghakot ng lupa at mga kagamitan sa pagtatanim. Sickle or karet or lilik in Tagalog. A farm tool, handheld agricultural tool with a variously carved blade typically used for cutting weeds. Panggapa sa matataas na damo at pang-ani ng palay. And those are the farm tools. Now that you have learned different farm tools, let's move on to the next topic, which is farm implements. Farm implements. These are accessories which are being pulled by working animals or mounted to machineries. Example of it is the hand tractor or a tractor, which are usually used in a preparation of land. These are usually made of a special kind of metal. First one, plows or araro in Tagalog. These are farm implements either pulled by a working animal or a tractor. Mas napapadali ang trabaho ng mga magsasaka dahil mas mabilis at madali ang pagbubungkal ng lupa gamit ang araro. Next is the harrows. It is used for tilling and pulverizing the soil. Pambuhaghag ng lupa. Isang makina na ginagamit sa pagsasaka. And those are the farm implements. How do you feel now that you're already familiar with the different farm tools and implements? Do you feel what I feel? Naalala nyo ba ang mga lola at lolo nyo habang ginagamit nila ang mga yan? Honestly ako, naalala ko sila. Anyway, those are the days. I am proud mga grandparents ko ay isang farmers. So much thinking, okay? Let's see if you still remember what I have just discussed. Now, we will answer the following question. But before that, I have some important reminder about coronavirus. Important ways to slow down the spread of coronavirus. Get a COVID-19 vaccine. Wear a mask to protect yourself and others and stop the spread of COVID-19. Stay at least 6 feet, about 2 arm lengths from others who don't live with you. Avoid crowds and poorly ventilated spaces. Wash your hands often. If soap and water are not readily available, use a hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Cover all surfaces of your hands and rub them together until they feel dry. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hand. The more people you are in contact with, the more likely you are to be exposed to COVID-19. A healthy reminders from Center for Disease and Prevention. Happy birthday to my sister Noemi Gatchalian Paredes. Can you name the following tools and equipment? Delpilarians, ready na ba kayo sa inyong assessment? Maghanda na ng papel at ballpen na panulat. Let us start. For the direction, I want you to choose the letter of the best answer. Number 1. It is used for spraying insecticides, foliar fertilizers, fungicides, and herbicides. Letter A, sprayer. Letter B, sprinkler. Or letter C, pail. Okay, number 2, a tool used for hauling trash, manures, fertilizers, planting materials, and other equipment. Letter A, harrows. Letter B, plows. Letter C, wheelbarrow. Number 3, a tool used for cutting bigger size post. Letter A, axe. Letter B, knife. Letter C, pruning shears. Number 4, it is used for tilling and pulverizing the soil. Letter A, harrow. Letter B, plows. Letter C, hand fork. And last number, a farm tool used for cleaning the ground and leveling the topsoil. Letter A, rake. Letter B, shovel. Letter C, pick matok. Time is up. Did you get a perfect score? If so, wow, that's great. Good job, Delpilarians. Good job. Since you already know the different farm tools and farm implements, you are now more than ready for the new lesson, which is perform, estimation, and calculation. Okay, grade 7, Delpilarians, I want you to have an advanced reading regarding perform estimation and calculation. Before we totally end this session, I am proud to present to you some of the outputs from our selected grade 7 Delpilarians in agriculture using farm tools and equipment. Ano na nga ba ginagawa ng ating amazing Delpilarians matapos magsagot ng kanilang modules at makapakinig sa kanilang mga teachers online? Panoorin po natin. Alright, Delpilarians, thank you for watching. Tayo'y magtanim para tayo'y may makain. Before I forget, if you read the like button, share and subscribe at our Teleradio YouTube page and Facebook channel. By that, let me leave you with saying, once in our life, we need a teacher, but every day, 3 times a day, we need a farmer. That's all for now, and see you again next time, only here at Teleradio Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat Malolenyo. Miss Mona Lisa E. Paredes is now signing off. Goodbye!
Makinig, manood, nasa teleradyo. Makinig, manood, nasa teleradyo. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo. Sa gitna ng mapanubok na panahon, magkahatid sigla, kakibat ay diskusyon. Sama-sama tayo, kahit magkalayo. Sa programang ito, tiyak ang pagkatuto. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo.